Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Kristina Izati from Group 3. Today, my group members and I will be presenting topic 14, which is You go for a long walk on a hot day. Discuss in a way in which homeostasis keeps your body healthy. So before we discuss how homeostasis keeps our body healthy, I will be explaining what is homeostasis.
What is homeostasis? Homeostasis is a self-regulating process by which biological systems tend to maintain stability while adjusting to conditions that are optimal for survival. In easier words that we could understand, homeostasis is life's ability to stay balanced when the environment changes. The word environment means our internal environment. If there is anything in our body that changes, if there is anything that is too high or too low, homeostasis will be the one to stabilize it again and make our body in a stable condition. Organs that are involved in homeostasis are lungs. Lungs is involved with respiration, skin for sweat, kidney for water regulation, pancreas for blood glucose, the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, and the muscles. The brain is also central to homeostasis. It controls behavior, and the basic function of behavior is to support life by taking action. Next is the homeostatic control system. First, it will go through receptors, and then the control center, and then the effector. So the receptors is the one responsible to detect a change in some variable in the animal's internal environment, such as a change in temperature, which we will discuss afterwards. And then the control center will process the information from the receptor and directs the effector to respond. And the effector will provide the response. Like if there is a change in temperature, what do we have to do? The effector will provide the response. There are two feedback mechanisms in homeostasis. The first one is negative feedback and the second one is positive feedback. Negative feedback is the output is used to reduce input, while positive feedback means output is used to enhance the input. And the topic that we're going to discuss today is more to negative feedback because it is related to body temperature. So the easier way we can understand negative feedback is one to raise levels, another to lower them. The result of the response is to shut off the original stimulus or reduce its intensity. So for body temperature, if our body temperature is too high, this mechanism operates by slowing or stopping the process.
What will happen when we walk in a hot day? Okay, so humans are endotherms. This means we are warm-blooded. We keep our body operating at 37 degrees Celsius regardless of the external conditions. However, this is a real challenge as our environment changes all the time. So, in order to keep our body at the optimal temperature, the special area in the brain called hypothalamus will measure the temperature of the blood and collects information from temperature sensors around the body. It then decides if the temperature is too hot or too cold and will try to bring it back to 37 degrees Celsius. The hypothalamus will send signal out to the body via the nervous system that can cause various effects. It can send signal to the skin and cause sweat glands to secrete the sweat onto the surface of the skin. The sweat itself is not cold, but it works because it takes the heat away from the body in order to evaporate it. Another way of losing heat is the increasing of heart rate. The body's organs require oxygen in order to function. Physical exertion increases the need for oxygen. Therefore, the heart rate increases so that this oxygen can be provided. Next is vasodilation. The blood vessel nearest the surface of the skin open wide and allow blood to flow through them. The heat is radiated from the blood into the air and the blood cools down and the body temperature returns to normal.
How homeostasis keep our body healthy? Homeostasis is maintained at many levels, not just the level of the whole body as it is for temperature. For instance, the stomach maintains a pH that different from that of surrounding organs, and each individual cell maintains ion concentration different from those of the surrounding fluid. Maintaining homeostasis at each level is key to maintaining the body's overall function. So, how to maintain homeostasis? Biological systems like those of your body are constantly being pushed away from their balance point. For instance, when you exercise, your muscle increase heat production, nudging your body temperature upward. Similarly, when you drink a glass of fruit juice, your blood glucose goes up. Homeostasis depends on the ability of your body to detect and oppose this change. Maintenance of homeostasis usually involves negative feedback loops. These loops act to oppose the stimulus or cue that triggers them. For example, if your body temperature is too high, a negative feedback loop will act to bring it back down toward the set point or target value of 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37.0 degrees Celsius. Next, I will pass the next slide to my friend.
Thank you for the previous presenter. Good morning to the lecturer and friend. I'm Nur Anis Atira binti Rizan want to present to you about what will happen if homeostasis in your body is not working. Firstly, homeostatic balance is disrupted may causes deficiency or toxicity. Secondly, homeostatic imbalance may lead to a state of disease which is heart failure and diabetes. Now, we move to the homeostatic balance is disrupted. For deficiency, it occurs when beneficial pathways are blocked and cells lack adequate quantities of vitamin and mineral. For example, mineral deficiency can lead to a variety of health problems such as weak bones, fatigue, or a decreased immune system. If you can see, decreased immune system can relate this COVID-19 who have the symptom like cough and fever have high risk to get COVID-19. For toxicity, it occurs when the cell have an excess of a toxin that poisons cell. For instance, if in your body too much toxicity, it may causes resulting in cellular multifunction by removing negative health influence. Next, we move to the homeostatic imbalance that have three main influence, which is environmental influence such as exposure to toxin, second, internal influence of genetic and aging, and lastly, external influence such as physical activities. For the internal influence, genes are sometimes turned off or end due to external factors because of the control error. The result may not allow normal functioning of the organism because of the beneficial pathway are blocked and homeostatic cannot be functioned in correct way. Sometimes it can be done to person development of certain genetic disease such as medicine. For external influence such as physical activities is essential proper functioning for our cell body. For instance, when you exercise, your muscle increase heat production, pushing your body temperature up. It's similarly when you drink a glass of fruit juice, your blood body glucose will rise. If you notice around you, your parent, neighbor, brother or sister will check their blood glucose level to make sure their blood glucose level under the control. Diabetes is a metabolic disorder caused by excess blood glucose level. In a diabetic, the endocrine system has difficulty maintaining the correct blood glucose level. Blood glucose level must closely monitor their daily sugar intake to make sure they do not take the sugar more than the calories in our body. You also need to regulate your body glucose level with insulin injection. As you can see, someone who need to do insulin injection, they will take the injection 30 minutes before they take their meal. In this case, diabetes is depend on both genetic and lifestyle. If you take more sugar, it will risk your to get diabetes. Because of diabetes do not produce insulin due to autoimmune destruction of the insulin producing cells. If you notice your lifestyle is the main causes of the diabetes, for example, you need to do exercise 3 times in a week because glucose will produce the ATP and ensure your glucose in your blood body is in a balanced situation. As we can relate with what we have done study in the previous topic, we also have chances to have diabetes around this age because 3.9% of adult ages under the 18 years old get diabetes. That's all from me. Thank you. We move to the next presenter.
Hi everyone, I am Mirza Ahmad Othman, and for this segment, I will talk about how to stay hydrated.
Then, on the homeostasis topic, I will share about how to maintain our body hydrated. Let's check this out. So, what happens on a hot day? Our blood and skin temperature will increase. Then, the temperature receptor in skin and hypothalamus of brain will stimulate. Corrective mechanisms that occur: vasodilation of arterioles near the skin surface, increased production of sweat, increased rate of breathing, metabolic rate will decrease, then increase heat loss and reduce heat production. After that, body temperature will decrease, and finally, blood and skin temperature return to normal. Okay, next, I will tell you the main tips to stay hydrated. First, know the sign of heat-related illness. If you feel dizziness, if you feel want to faint, or your head all spinning around, you should to stay hydrated. Second, do not forget your plenty water. Plenty water gives a good effect for our blood circulation. Second, practice sun safety. Don't forget your sunscreen, 50 SPF above. Next, avoid strenuous activity. On a hot day, just stay at home and chill your body. After that, stay in a cozy, cool area for a while to make sure our temperature is stay normal. Next slide. Benefits of staying hydrated. First, fluid balance. Second, muscle flow. Third, clear skin. Fourth, productivity boost. Fifth, toxic remover. Sixth, joint greaser. Next, brain boost. After that, calorie control, blood normalizer, and lastly, fatigue booster. And finally, in conclusion, homeostasis is very crucial because it helps our body temperature regulation and avoid us from any illness caused by drastic temperature changes. Hence, always remember, staying hydrated is priority to keep our body healthy. Thanks for watching. Thank you.
How to prevent homeostasis imbalance? The factor that can cause homeostasis imbalance is dehydration. To prevent dehydration, drink plenty of water as directed by your doctor. Eat food with high amount of water like fruits and vegetables. Avoid or limit drink with caffeine like coffee, teas, and soft drinks. Avoid or limit drinks with alcohol. The second factor that can cause homeostasis imbalance is malnutrition. The best way to prevent malnutrition is to eat a healthy, balanced diet. You need to eat a variety of food from the main food group, including plenty of fruit and vegetables, plenty of starchy food such as bread, rice, potatoes, pasta, some milk, and dairy food or non-dairy alternative. Some source of protein such as meat, fish, eggs, and bean. The Eat Well Guide has more information about the type of food you should include in your diet and how to get the right balance between them all. Speak to a GP or specialist if you have a health problem that's put you at increased risk of malnutrition. You may have more complex dietary needs or need to take supplement. The third factor that can cause homeostasis imbalance is low blood glucose level. Ways that can prevent hypoglycemia is follow your meal plan. Eat at least 3 evenly spaced meals each day, with between meal snack as prescribed. Plan your meals no more than 4 to 5 hours apart. Exercise 30 minutes to 1 hour after meals. Check your sugars before and after exercise, and discuss with your doctor what type of change can be made. Double check your insulin and dose of diabetes medicine before taking it. If you drink alcohol, be moderate and monitor your blood sugar level. Know when your medicine is at its peak level. Test your blood sugar as often as directed by your doctor. Carry an identification bracelet that say you have a diabetes. Thank you. That's all from us.